Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study about concept of social psychology. Social psychology is the scientific study of how a person's thoughts, feelings and behaviors are influenced by presence of others. That can be actual also, that can be imagined also or that can be implied also. For example, how a child behaves in front of their parents and how a child behaves in front of their teachers and how a child behaves in front of their friends. So, whatever the personality, whatever the behavior, feeling the child is showing can be actual also, it can be the imagination also, and it can be implied also. So, social psychology mainly focuses on understanding the individual within a social context, how a person behaves in a social context, what will be his thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Also, social psychology try to examine the power of situation to shape of behavior. For example, if a child is not doing their homework and a teacher says, okay, if you do this behavior, if you do your homework regularly and show me a good behavior, I'll give you a star in your copy or I'll give you a chocolate. Now, see, because of the situation, power of the situation, a child behavior is going to change. That means it is going to be shaped in a good behavior. So, talking about the core concept of social psychology, there are three parts. One is social influence, next is social cognition, and third one is group dynamics. Under social influence, we have to study about conformity, obedience, and persuasion. And in social cognition, we have to study about attribution theory, attitudes, stereotypes, and prejudice. And in group dynamics, we need to study about social loafing, group thinking, and bystander effect. So, what is social influence? In social psychology, it's a fundamental concept referring to the ways in which people change their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to meet the demand of social environment. Let us start from the conformity. Conformity means, for example, a student might start dressing like their friends to fit in. So, what here a student is doing? He is trying to change his behavior or belief to align with a group. How is his group? What kind of dress they wear? How do they study? So, this kind of confirmation is created and it is brought back into the behavior, and even we are changing our belief to align with our group. The next social influence is obedience. That means following the commands or orders of an authority. This is a If you talk about the Milgram experiment, where participants were willing to administer what they believed to be painful electric shocks to others simply because an authority figure told them. So, what we need to understand is, in terms of conformity and obedience and persuasion, what we do here is we try to align our belief with a group. Next is social cognition. This area mainly focuses on how people process, store, and apply information about others and social situation. It includes attribution theory, attitude, stereotypes, and prejudice. First of all, let us talk about attribution theory. So, what is attribution theory? It is the process in which people explain the causes of their own or others' behavior. For example, if a friend is late, they might attribute to their personality that, oh, they are very lazy in nature. Or if a friend is on time, they might say, oh, he is always on time. Or to the situation that there was a heavy traffic. So, this is attribution theory where we attribute to their personality or to the situation. Next is attitude. So, what is attitude? It can be anything like a person's learned global evaluation of person, object, or issue. So, attitude can be positive or negative and it influences our action. Now, let's talk about the stereotypes and prejudice. So, simply, if we talk about often negative generalization about a group of people, social psychology examines how these form their impact and how to reduce them. So, if we simply talking about the stereotypes and prejudice, it's often negative generalization about a group of people. So you might say like they are like this, like that, and the new person who is listening to that might think, oh, so something wrong might be there. So before knowing the real thing, people often believe the story behind them. So these all three come under social cognition. Now let's talk about the group dynamics. This concept explores how individuals behave within group and how group behavior can differ from individual behavior. So let's talk about social loafing, groupthink, and bystander effect. Social loafing. Social loafing means if we work in a group, we don't need to work hard. That means we can work by using less effort. If we work alone, it will be hard, but in social loafing, people think that the tendency for people to exert less effort when working in a group than when working alone. So, groupthink next is it's a phenomena where a group of people under pressure makes irrational or uncritical decisions to maintain harmony and avoid conflict. So that means to come in the point where all can have all can maintain harmony and avoid conflict though it's affecting the individual. Next is bystander effect. So in bystander effect, what we can understand is the finding that individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when other people are present. That means, suppose 10 people saw a conflict on road and that 10 people did not help. Why it happened? Because of the bystander effect. That means one person thought that other will help and other person thought that other will help but nobody helped. That's bystander effect where individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim where other people are also present. They think that it's their also responsibility to help and they skip behind. So these are the references. Please go through the references as well and thank you for listening this video.